High yields on stable coins, yeah, that's where my bag at. All I really need is Wi-Fi, get money on DeFi, mega cash on M.I.M.S. You better run when the runners run, show you how to get your money up. Dollar inflated like bubble gum, markets are jumping like double dutch. Buying up gold till I get a ton, crypto, yeah, I got some. You better run when the runners run, you better run when the runners.
Happy Tuesday, December 10th, 2024. The dump we've been waiting for just happened. Crypto is on fire. We're stacking more gold and silver. I got my brother here, Ricardo Hamilton, aka M.I.M.S, making it make sense. He's ready for 2025, and he wants to help make sure you come from a wealthy family. What's going on, bro? Hey!
Y'all know what time it is, man. Runners Live Show. Fired up and excited, man. What a phenomenal day in the markets if you took advantage. Man, everything is on sale. And the thing about, when you see prices like these, those who understand the value of the assets, they don't feel any type of way about seeing them going down. Besides, how do I put more money in so I can get more of it? But yeah, what a great day! Great day. We're closing out the year, and we're in the right assets, folks. And we got a good show for you guys tonight. So what's going on?
Yeah, man, something excited. I've been waiting for this to really just get into the market. It finally happened. And so today, guys, we're gonna cover the market. We're gonna tell you what's going on. Ricardo's gonna bring us some XRP news, some RLUSD, big time news. But we also want to share tonight 10 tips. I call them the 10 commandments of crypto. So if you're new to crypto, you definitely need to watch this video. Even if you've been in crypto, you may not know ways to stay safe. So we want to make sure we give you guys some knowledge tonight, and we're going to be dropping lots and lots of knowledge. So yesterday's dump resulted in the biggest liquidation since 2021. And this guy goes on to explain how it happened. But I believe I heard about 1.6 billion, that's with a B, billion dollars were liquidated from the cryptocurrency market because of this dump. Now, we're not going to go on why it happened. Okay. We both knew it was coming because we've been in these spaces. So we were both telling our students, right? Guys, wait, hold off. There's going to be a reset. Let's just wait until that happens, and then we will get those cryptocurrencies on sale, which is exactly what we did, and we help people do.
Yeah, I mean, it was crazy because, a lot of people got liquidated. So a lot of people who are trading in this market and that leverage, these things happen. Markets do things that people don't expect. The next thing you know, they're liquidated. And obviously, I mean, the biggest liquidation since 2001. That's why if you're the average person, and you're not like technical, don't try to start getting all fancy. A lot of people just buy and hold. But when you see assets like this, or at least put it in DeFi, right? But when you see assets like, when you see markets move like this, don't feel like, oh my gosh, I need to sell. Because there was some people were like, oh, I see my wallet's going down. Should I sell? Like, no, that's not the time to sell. No. So that's why, the education is so important, because a lot of people are coming into the space from an employee mindset. They worked a job. They never really invested. I mean, maybe they contribute to their 401k. Maybe they put some money in a bank and a CD or something, but never really like got into how the stock market works, how investment works, how money moves through the economy, things of that nature. And then when you go right into cryptocurrency and you're like, you have your money into something and you're seeing the volatility, and you have to learn about, how to secure your assets. And then you realize you left it on an exchange and something happened to the exchange, or you hear about some site that went down, and all of this. It's important that you get this education and understanding how to perceive these markets when you see days like today, because a lot of people kind of panicked. Okay, not knowing that this was an opportunity because of the value and of where the world is going with regulations and integration and everything else that's taking place.
Oh man, I was excited. I saw everyone else complaining on Twitter and Facebook. I'm like, is this your first time here? I was excited. I had all my buy orders set. I got stuff on sale. It was like Black Friday all over again. So this post, right? This is massive. Bitcoin is now going to $100 million per coin. The Overton window has actually shifted. We have nation states with secret Bitcoin reserves, companies hacking the bond market like Michael Saylor, which we're going to talk about. We are going so much higher. It will not happen overnight, but this video here, I think, sums it up as to how huge and how Bitcoin and cryptocurrency is going to be here for decades, if not centuries.
Chris Giancarlo is the former chairman of the Commodity Futures Trading Commission under Donald Trump. Good morning to you. Thanks for coming in here. Here's a Treasury document calls Bitcoin digital gold. We've heard that before, okay? That's one element. Next one, Elon Musk praising El Salvador.
I just want to make sure everyone caught that, guys. This isn't me. This isn't some crypto bro saying this. This is the U.S. Treasury saying that Bitcoin seems to be digital gold.
El Salvador's Impreso crypto reserve. All right, so that's an interesting relationship. Why is this happening now? What does the incoming administration see as favorable for Bitcoin?
There's a number of reasons why this is happening. One is because the technology has come about. We finally reached the stage of the internet where we can go beyond storing information on the internet to actually storing things of value. Things of value like wealth, things of value like ownership of a home. This is what they call the new wave of the internet, an internet of value, and the technology's there. In fact, when you think about what they really are is protocols that allow us to store value on the internet, as opposed to the way we've been doing it in human society for only the last 400 years, storing value in basically an IOU from a financial institution. And as we've learned in the last 40 years, during which the internet has never gone down, banks have failed, including 3 banks of America's top 20 just in the last 3 years. So moving value storage on the internet is an idea whose time has come. Bitcoin, which is the most widely known and has had the most spectacular success, might be the equivalent, as you said, Bill, to digital gold. In the previous world, the analog world, what cash was to gold, in the digital world, digital money may be to Bitcoin. Let me give you another example. We live in a time where 1 out of every $4 has been printed in the last 5 years. We are
M.I.M.S.
Yeah.
We talk about this all the time.
And
this is the former chair of the CFTC. 1 out of $4 have been printed in the last 5 years. Make sense.
And I bet most people didn't catch when they showed you the image of Bitcoin, it was a silver coin. Okay. So really that was you probably didn't catch that. That's a subliminal message in the programming. It was actually a 1 ounce silver coin. Okay. So that's where the real value, okay, that the physical side where it's silver. Okay, they could have put any image up there. Okay, just so you know that they put a 1 ounce silver coin with the Bitcoin image on there. So keep game.
I like that. I like that. That's why we have M.I.M.S here, ladies and gentlemen.
Where 1 out of every $4 has been printed in the last 5 years. We are actively debasing our currency. And at the same time, Bitcoin has, into its design, programmed scarcity. You can never have more than a certain amount of Bitcoin. And so the dollar is depreciating, Bitcoin is appreciating. Quick factoid. In 2018, the average American home would have cost you over $260,000 and over 400 Bitcoin. Today, the average American home is now over $460,000. It would cost you less than 5 Bitcoin. What's been the better investment of the last 5 years, Bitcoin or dollar?
Wow.
Chris Giancarlo is the former Treasury
Bro, I mean, we've been saying this, but we're just going to keep saying it, and I hope people are listening and taking action. That's getting educated. That's where it comes down to.
Yeah, the most important thing is to get educated, because if you watch that video, you would think, well, I need to go buy Bitcoin. And no, that's not really what you're supposed to get from that. what you're really supposed to get is that the monetary system is shifting over into a whole new blockchain-based digital economy, and that dollars are becoming worthless and they're used less and less, and
Yep.
that this is the future. This technology that the Bitcoin runs on, this blockchain technology, is what's revolutionizing the world. And so this is why you want to get educated and understand these rails that governments, industries, institutions, and people are going to be using these blockchains to move value and money and transmit information. Okay, to create applications, decentralized apps, and everything else. What blockchains are those major blockchain that companies are going to be operating on that's going to create value that is going to put people in a position to build a lot of wealth and get wealthy because you have those assets early. You have those digital assets early. So that's why we talk about a lot of these ISO compliant blockchains, because when we're talking about the trillions of dollars that's being printed, hundreds of trillions of dollars and money moving, they have to move, and it's going to get tokenized on a blockchain. When you talk about commodities and real world assets, it's going to get tokenized on a blockchain, but it's not going to be tokenized in Bitcoin. The money's not going to be moving through Bitcoin like that. It's going to be moving through these ISO compliant blockchains and ecosystems, and that's what we talk about. That's what we've been teaching people the whole time. And a lot of them right now are pennies. A couple of them pennies right now. It's massively the opportunity is huge right now. It's like getting in the .com bubble, or the .com, I should say, not the bubble, but early .com, early 2000s, buying Apple and Amazon and Google for pennies right now, which type of a situation with a lot of these ISO projects and the pennies. Huge opportunity. But this is the time, folks. This is the time the dollar's losing value. You got to get into these assets and get educated, most importantly.
Yeah. So, I mean, if we look at, what happened in the market this week, over the week, we still see a lot of green. If you look at, in the week, you can see things have kind of, chilled out a little bit. We had that big drop down. There's no major tokens popping off right now. It's kind of a few outliers. So that's why this is the time. Okay. And I'm gonna preview this a little bit just to show you guys. Number 4, okay, the 10 commandments of crypto. Number 4, thou shalt buy red and sell green. Okay, this is called FOMO, fear of missing out. So when people see this, right, let's just look at in the last 24 hours, right, movement is down 27%. Okay, I don't know. I know what this token is. I'm not telling you to go and buy it, but if you like Move, now would be the time to buy it. Okay, you don't want to sell Move or buy Move when it's high or in green, right? So, but that's the psychology of people. This and said, oh, I want to buy it when it's over $1, because they would have felt like it was going to go to the moon, and they would have bought it $1 in December 10th, and here we are. Wait, that's the same day. This is, I don't know why this, oh, it must have just gotten listed here, right? We're down to like under 7 cents. So that's the number one thing you guys have to learn. And Ricardo, I'm sure we'll talk about, when there's blood in the streets, you have to buy red. You have to have the education to know when this token that I believe in, this project, goes red, that's when I'm buying. When it goes green, that's when I'm taking profit. M.I.M.S, anything you want to add to that first tip of crypto that we're trying to teach people?
Yeah, I mean, pretty much you said it straightforward. I mean, look, you buy when it's on sale. If you're going to sell, you sell it when it's up. So that's why they say buy red, sell green. So when you're looking to buy something, just try to find a day when the market is down, and when the asset is down, that's a good time to buy, as opposed to waiting until everything is up and skyrocketing in value. That's probably not the best time to buy. So yeah, that's one of the commandments there of crypto. Just buy red and sell green if you're going to sell.
All right. Second thing, Let's go through these. Okay. Thou shalt treat seed words as sacred. Okay, so I know a lot of you guys are starting off on Coinbase or crypto.com or a centralized exchange. Okay, we'll get into that later. That's a good place to start. That's the first step you need to do. Once you have a decentralized wallet, right, where you have custody, you need to make sure that you keep your seed words safe. Okay, do not ever let your seed words become digital. Your seed words are 12 words you get when you create your wallet that give you ownership of your money. So do not take a screenshot. Do not email them to yourselves. Do not save them on a computer. Do not even print them because printers are very easy to hack. You want to write them down on pieces of paper and store them in multiple safe locations, and do not give them to anyone, especially if you meet them online. Do not give them to me. Do not give them to Ricardo if supposedly we are messaging you, which we will not be about anything with crypto. So again, seed words are sacred. Do not share them with anyone. One of my good friends lost about $7,000. He went to this Discord or Telegram and said, whatever, I need some help. Of course, people messaged him, said, oh yeah, I'm with support from so-and-so network. We just need your seed words and we'll help everything you need. Money gone. 1 minute, M.I.M.S. Your thoughts?
Yeah, no, this is what we teach. Even when you're setting up the wallets, they literally tell you, and they make sure that you have to repeat the seed phrase back to them so they know that you wrote it down right. So any wallet you get, you have seed phrases, and those seed phrases are the keys to your bank. Okay,
Yep.
you don't want to give away the keys to the bank, and you don't want to lose the keys to the bank. All right. So that's the first thing. One of the basics of dealing with this space that everybody needs to know.
And this one people do a lot, right? Number 2 is thou shalt never Google a website or coin, right? So if I'm like, what wallet do I use on Ethereum? Don't ever just Google that. If you're trying to get to CoinMarketCap or the website of whatever crypto you're looking at, do not put it into a search engine because there's these things called phishing scams. Well, they will create fake websites that look like that site in order to get you to interact with them. So go to trusted sites that you know, whether it's CoinMarketCap, CoinGecko. Make sure you're dealing with if you're on X, make sure you're dealing with like a verified crypto, because fakes will even post on the X or Twitter of that real site and that looks like them. Be very careful with airdrops. Do not click on anything you just see in your wallet, and they'll tease you. They'll make you think you just got $10,000 for free. Okay, it's probably not real. So M.I.M.S, I know you've dealt with this a lot in the past and helping people. Anything you just want to, give some advice for people to look out for when it comes to just Googling something?
Yeah, no, I mean you have to be careful. Like you said, the scammers are out here. The scammers are right now. They take my image, they take my content,
Yep.
and they're in people's inboxes, and they're acting like they're me, and they're using all the links and everything to look like it's me. And this is why I tell people, call me, okay?
Yep.
Always call me. And normally I don't reach out to people in their inbox unless they've reached out to me first, But always call me because the scammers are out there. But yeah, when you're on Google, you got to be careful. These sponsored links, you're not sure what you're clicking on, and that's why it's good to have somebody that you can call and say, hey, is this legitimate? Is this the right site? Because more than anything, people need is a guide in this blockchain and crypto space. You need somebody who can guide you. You need somebody that you can call on. You know what I'm saying? That can explain this to you or answer the questions for you or help you navigate through this space. Because there is no 1-800, I lost my keys. Can you, provide my passphrase to me again?
Right.
There is no, oh, I sent it to the wrong address, and then you're trying to call somebody, and then you're trying to get educated. No, you want to do these things first. You want to have somebody that you can rely on, who knows what they're talking about, that you can call, and then you want to make sure you have that education. Because if you start going around Googling and trying to figure things out, and you think, like Mike said, you want to write Telegram group, and next thing you know, you connect your wallet to a link, and you approve a transaction thinking that you were getting an airdrop or some NFT or something, and next thing you know, your
Gone.
whole wallet has been swiped.
Whoop.
But all you had to do was, hey, M.I.M.S, I got this guy telling me that I said, no, don't do that. You need somebody. But yeah, bro, yeah. Number 2, don't Google these websites and stuff like that.
Yeah, you need a system and support. And again, guys, AI is crazy. They have made an AI of me saying things I never said. Ricardo, remember this one like a year ago? They took a famous YouTuber in crypto, created a different channel, and somehow created him talking about this some
Amazon.
sort of token from Amazon.
Mm-hmm.
And they wanted you to go and click on this link to buy it in a pre-sale or something. And it looked like this real crypto YouTuber, but it was completely made up. It was completely an AI scam. And they just wanted you to send crypto to supposedly buy this crypto, and you never get anything. So again, guys, that's why you need a community of people who have been through this so you don't make those mistakes. Because I've heard too many people losing stuff. It's just not worth it. Not your keys, not your crypto. Okay, we've kind of talked about this. This just means, I'm not saying you can't use exchanges, you can't do trading, but like when you have real wealth, like when we're talking about multi-thousands of dollars, you need to store your own crypto in your own wallet that you own the keys to. Okay, I learned this the hard way with Celsius. Okay, a lot of people learn this the hard way with Terra Luna. Okay, what was the other? There was a couple other like lending platforms, and like these seem legit, guys. They were, I mean, even FTX, right? They were U.S. regulated. They had, famous CEOs, and you thought, oh, I'll put my crypto in here and I'll earn 10% or something. No. Okay. I got burned. I learned. I think it cost me about 50 grand. I lost with Celsius. If you do not, just like we say with gold and silver, if you don't hold it, you don't own it, right? With crypto, not your keys, not your crypto M.I.M.S. You got to make sure people understand this, because this is huge.
Yeah. The best way to understand, somebody asked a great question in class today, and they said, well, what's the difference between a centralized and a decentralized wallet? And it just comes down to, look, if you don't have the pass keys, if you don't have the seed phrases, okay, if you don't have the mnemonic phrase to your wallet, you're in a centralized wallet. Okay, that's the best way. If you want to know, am I in a decentralized wallet or centralized wallet? Do you have full control and access to that wallet? Okay, and you have that full control and access when you have the seed phrase, when you have the pass phrase, when you have the private keys. If you don't, you're on a centralized exchange. Just like now, people are trying to move crypto from crypto.com or wherever have you, and they say, well, look, you can move your crypto in 24 hours. Well, hold on, that's a centralized system right there. They're telling you how long it takes for you to move your money. That's acting like the banks.
Yep.
So it came down to, do you want somebody else to hold your money, or do you want to hold your money? That's what it's coming down to. So when you're looking at your crypto, you look at it the same way. Do you want somebody else to hold your money, or do you want to hold your money? And so that's why it's important that you hold your money and you take control of your assets, and you make sure that you have the keys to your wallet.
No, 100%. Hey, we appreciate everyone on the live tonight. Guys, smash the like button, share this out. If you guys have any questions about cryptocurrency, staying safe, put them in the comments. We'll get to them after we're done with the 10 commandments. But the next one, I think, is the one people struggle with hardest, M.I.M.S, is thou shalt always take profit. Okay. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean selling into the US dollar or a stable coin like USDT or USDC. Some people stack Bitcoin. So take the profit into Bitcoin. But you need to make sure you're selling sometimes. That doesn't mean everything. I actually tell people I don't like to fully exit a position ever. I'll always keep a little bit. You can sell 10% into profit, sell 25%. Okay. We teach, those more advanced skills in our classes, but you need to take profit. You can't have this mindset of like, I'm just going to hold forever, hodl to the moon, and we're all going to win. That's a lie people tell you so that they can profit off of you. M.I.M.S, thank God you took some profit in cat girl. That's all I got to say.
Yeah, you have to see, especially when you're dealing with meme coins and speculative products in this space. Now, there's some products, like obviously you can see, some people can see ahead of time. Number 8 says don't sell Bitcoin. So obviously that's like don't take profit as well. But the whole point is that there are certain projects, there are certain digital assets that you don't want to sell. There are certain digital products where it is the money to be able to, for the global financial system to work. You know, and like Bitcoin, it's that reserve. So, you know, yes, it would, depending on what you're in and what you're doing, you want to always take profits, but like Mike said, also you don't want to sell everything. You never want to, like, if you're going to take profits, you're going to say, I'm up 1,000%. I'm gonna close out everything. Nah, always leave a little moon bag, as we call it. Leave a little something in there, 10%, whatever it is, just in case that asset runs up some more. And this happened to me multiple times where I've sold out of a position, but I've left a little bit in there. And next thing you know, I'm up thousands of dollars again because the asset went somewhere I didn't even realize it was going. Because we're in the next bull cycle, it was a year or two later. Had that with OM. OM went crazy for me. Right?
You had to bring that up, didn't you?
No, I don't know. It just came to my mind. But yeah, OM, you know what I'm saying? So I mean, this is the thing, like, you know, yes, you have to take profits. You have to take profits because there are cycles. Now obviously some people who sold Bitcoin too early, they upset because now they buying in at a higher price. So that's what I'm saying. Certain assets, you kind of, you know, want to figure that out, what you're doing, you know, and have somebody maybe to talk to about that. But yes, you ideally you should take profits. You got to have an exit strategy. You have to have an exit strategy for certain projects, like obviously Bitcoin or, you know, certain ISO tokens. You might want to hold on for the long term because of the real value, the real use case, the integration, the onboarding, and things of that nature.
So I'm going to be honest with you guys. I'm going to tell you my worst, well, not my worst, but my worst crypto story about selling everything so you can avoid this. This is the only time I did it. Okay. So I was huge into Mantra in 2021. I was staking it. I was doing everything. I was like holding strong. Like I'm not selling my Mantra. I'm gonna stake it. I'm getting all these other free coins. It's, you know, 15 cents, 3 cents, 4 cents. And they were like went through this integration and I couldn't get my stake coins out. Like I tried like multiple times. I couldn't get them out. So I held through this whole time. Finally, when it came up to about here, it was at 30 cents. I'm like, oh crap. I got like, what was it? I don't know. It was I think 5 figures at least. Okay. 5 figures. And I finally figured it out. I got into their Discord. I asked people, I'm like, how do I transfer from this to that? I got out, I don't know, 10 grand, somewhere around there. I like needed it for something else. Sold all my Mantra, my OM. I'm like, you know, this coin, I can't even figure it out. It's not, you know, it's not ever going to do anything. And then every day, Mantra just slaps me in the face of, Mike, you shouldn't have sold. You shouldn't have sold it all. You should have held some. And now we got Mantra at $4.
Yeah.
And the only time in my entire crypto journey, I sold it all. And it taught me the most valuable lesson. So if you guys, anyone watching tonight, can learn from this, you're welcome. And I will feel the pain and agony of it the rest of my life.
Yeah. Yeah. Never sell everything. I took some of my OM profits and rolled it into OPSEC. But you know, this is you know, this is the thing. So where we at?
All right. Thou shalt measure your wealth and assets. So what this means is, we hit this all the time.
Yeah, I came up with
that first video we watched about how a home was like 250 grand 5 years ago, but it was like 400 Bitcoin. Now a home's 400 grand, but only 5 Bitcoin. Okay. So, you know, 2017, 2018, you could have been like, oh, I got 1 Bitcoin. It's worth 6 grand. It's worth 10 grand. No, 1 Bitcoin equals 1 Bitcoin. And we talk about this with silver all the time, right? I don't care what the dollar value of this brick is. I care that this brick is 100 ounces of silver. That's what really matters. So M.I.M.S, make it make sense of why you always measure your wealth in assets, not dollars.
Yeah. So the thing about this new economy that we're moving into, it not only requires you to move your money differently, but it requires you to move your mindset. Okay. Your whole perception of value, your whole perception of money. And so when you're talking about preserving your wealth, right, you don't want to value your wealth in dollars, because a dollar is not a unit of wealth. It's a unit of debt. It's losing its value, its status, its purchasing power across the globe. So how do you value your wealth? You value your wealth in ounces, ounces of silver, ounces of gold. Even some people want to get copper, right? But obviously silver is the most undervalued asset. I'm calling for all-time high, triple-digit silver in 2025, right? But ounces, quantity. How many of a particular cryptocurrency you got? How many XRP you got? How many XLM do you got? How many XDC do you got? Some people say, how much should I get? I said, how much money you want? You know, because that is the money. The bigger bag you have, the more value it is when it goes up. You know, acreage. Okay. How many acres of land you got? How many acres of land you planned on getting? This is how you value your wealth. People value their wealth in dollars. That age, that era, that time period is over. Okay. You have to evolve your mindset and understanding and value your wealth in assets. How many ounces, quantity, and acreage.
No, that's a great point, bro. And I never thought of that. I mean, think about it. You know, you go back 20, 30 years. What if you had just said, like, you know, our parents had said, hey, I'm going to own 100 acres of land. You know, back then an acre was probably 1,000, 2,000, maybe, depending where you're at. And somebody would be like, well, why do you want that? Why don't you say, oh, I want so many dollars? Because an acre of land is a scarce resource, just like gold, just like silver, just like Bitcoin. So to measure your wealth in something they can create out of thin air is ridiculous. But that's what this system, our culture, the school system has brainwashed people to believe, is to measure their wealth in dollars. That's why we love Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Robert Kiyosaki. That's what he talks about. Number 7, thou shalt automate the buying of crypto. This is simply called dollar cost averaging. You don't want to have the mindset in crypto of like, okay, I have $5,000, $10,000. I'm going to put it all into the market at one time in one thing. No, pick your favorite assets, dollar cost average. You can do this daily, weekly, monthly, and you can do the same when you sell it, right? When we were talking about taking profit, don't sell it all at once like I did with OM, okay? Sell it 10% at a time or a certain amount per day, per week. And it's so easy now to automate this using, you know, and again, we teach you guys all this in our courses, but guys, just automate it. So you don't have to think about it. We talk about this gold and silver. Automate buying gold and silver every month. Wealth shows up in my door, M.I.M.S. Every day, crypto shows up in my wallet because I set it and forget it one time. You're not going to remember what to do. Automate it. Be smart.
Yeah, we you know, another thing I say and we say all the time is that pay yourself first. Okay, the first person that should get paid when you get your paycheck is you.
Yep.
But how do you pay yourself? Because for one thing, you have to understand that there is no real money in circulation. Okay, so when you get paid, you never had money. You have units of debt. You have you know, digits on the screen that represents units of debt that are declining. And so since there's no real money and you got a paycheck and you never got money, you never really got paid. So how do you pay yourself? Okay, you pay yourself by saving in silver, saving in gold, real money, physical money, God's money, constitutional money. But you also pay yourself by saving and acquiring on a consistent basis digital assets. That is the real money. That is the new money. That is the future money of value, of the ability to transact. So when it comes to paying yourself first, you should do that on a consistent basis. Every time you get a fiat check, right? Pays yourself first in some physical silver and gold and some crypto and automate that. You know, that's like saying, how many times should I get paid? How often should I buy crypto? How many times you want to pay yourself? How wealthy how much money do you want? You know,
Right,
how much
right.
crypto, how much silver should I get? Or how much money do you want? How often you
Mm.
want to pay yourself? That's the mindset shift. That's the wealth. That's the asset. That's the mindset of a wealthy person. That's what's going to create generational wealth and legacy for you.
And so again, M.I.M.S kind of read the future there and jumped ahead to number 10. So let's bring that in right now because you hit it so well, right? Thou shalt know crypto does not make you rich. Your mindset does. So you have to shift your mindset first. So what Ricardo just talked about, when that happens, crypto will make you rich. If you come into crypto and think crypto is going to make you rich, you're going to lose. You're going to lose big time. You're going to be buying meme coins. You're essentially gambling. You're going to jump from this coin to that coin. Then you're going to want to get rich from something that's a scammer. And then he's going to steal your money because he's going to drain your account because you were being stupid. Crypto is a tool, right? Real estate, stocks are tools. Nobody gets wealthy unless they fix their mindset first. That's the number one thing we want to drive home tonight, guys. That's why it's about support, community, getting educated. Okay. Do people get rich gambling? Of course. They can go to casinos, they can buy lottery tickets, and they get rich. And sometimes that happens to people in crypto. But guess what happens a year, 2 years later? Look at even what happens with NFL or NBA players. They can get a bunch of money, they can make millions of dollars, but if their mindset didn't shift, it's gone. They're bankrupt once they get out of the league. Crypto's no different, guys. You might get a big hit one time. You might get lucky. You might buy some random meme coin and make a bunch of money. But unless you shift your mindset and get educated, it's going to disappear just as quickly as it came.
Yeah, education is key. Education is probably the most valuable asset in the blockchain space right now.
Yep.
The most valuable asset in the blockchain space is education, because if you don't have it, you'll get scammed. You get into a fraud. You'll lose your assets, right? Like you said, you'll hit something big and then you don't know what to do with it. You know, the education is critical, whether we're talking about, DeFi, securing your assets, whatever it is. And there's a lot to this blockchain space. I mean, just as much as you don't know about the traditional financial system, the legacy system, the stock market, there's that and more in blockchain and crypto.
Yeah.
Okay. So there's a lot. It's not just buying something on Coinbase or Robinhood or crypto.com and saying I'm in cryptocurrency. Okay. It's bigger than that. And it's more empowering once you get the education, because you are the bank. Okay. You are the bank, and you need that education on what this asset is. How do I move this asset? How do I secure this asset? How do I have this asset grow from? What's the use case for this asset? And you need to have those advisors. You need to have people around you. You need to connect with a community. You need to get involved, because this is not something that you pick up overnight. It's not something you pick up in a weekend. You got to go through the fire in this space. I tell people all the time, you ain't been in crypto if you ain't either been scammed or lost money.
Yep,
it's like a rites of passage. Okay, that's called the learning process. That's in everything. You're gonna have your wins and you're gonna have your losses, but the idea is that you get smarter from your losses and you turn more losses into wins. You have more wins than you have losses, right? But if you have the right guidance and you have the right education, you have the right teaching, you can avoid a lot of those mistakes that you naturally would have made trying to do it on your own. DIY, do it yourself, or whatever it is. Right? You don't want to. You can do the DIY. A lot of people who do the DIY, whatever, do it yourself, they learn the hard way, and they say, "Well, I wish somebody. I wish I had, or I'd have been much further." This is why the education is the most valuable asset in the blockchain space. It's bigger than just buying the crypto and hitting it big.
Yeah, you can get some training or education from the runners, or you can get it from the hard knocks of life. It's up to you. Trust me, the hard knocks is way more expensive.
Yeah, facts.
Shout out to Paul. Yes, mindset is the key in everything. Work harder on your mind than anything else. That's what we're saying, bro. Education, support, community. And so the last one, again, M.I.M.S, you foreshadowed perfectly. Thou shalt make your crypto work for you. Okay. Once you get set up in the space, And Ricardo talked about, you are now the bank. We are now the stock exchange, right? There's so many ways with decentralized finance, also called DeFi, to put your money to work for you. So think of it like real estate. If you sell a house for 500 grand and then you take that in cash and you go and just spend it on liabilities, that $500,000 will be gone. And then you will have to go out and work to create more dollars, versus you keep that house and rent it out or Airbnb it or lease it, whatever you want to do. You keep the asset. As the asset appreciates, like land does in real estate and houses and Bitcoin, but you're getting residual passive income from it. Okay. This can be done in crypto, whether it's with stable coins or yield farming. You can make your money make money if you know what you're doing. And again, we're not talking about putting it into centralized places or these places that are going to give you 1% a day. We're talking about actually being on the blockchain, actually supplying liquidity in different smart contract protocols. You can lend, you can borrow. The possibilities are almost endless, but 99.9% of the people have no idea this exists. And even if they do, they don't know how to execute and utilize it. And M.I.M.S, that's why I love what we do, is helping people get educated in this space so that they can learn these 10 commandments of crypto.
Yeah, everything's being tokenized, folks. And like I told you, the digital assets are the money. The banks will need it. Insurance on these assets. I'm waiting to see I'm waiting to buy life insurance that's backed by Bitcoin or something, or crypto. I don't want life insurance in dollars. It seems counterintuitive to me. I want life insurance backed by either precious metals or silver or gold or crypto or something of that nature. Give me an insurance policy. I pay into it and it's buying me Bitcoin or I'm back, the asset rise in value as opposed to the fiat that's losing value.
Right.
But this is where the blockchain and crypto space is going, folks. We're so far ahead of the masses. A lot of people just don't know this information. Trust me, you guys are ahead of the curve right now. If you've been running with us this whole time, getting silver, getting into blockchain and crypto, you are so far ahead of the masses. A lot of people are not going to make it. But yeah, your digital assets, you won't have to sell. A lot of people are focusing on selling. You don't understand the transition that the global economy is moving on. Everything is going to be tokenized on the blockchain. It is the money. That is in a finite resource. When you talk about like Bitcoin and certain projects where there's only 21 million, there's no more being produced, whatever have you. The value is just going to go up as more people need it, and it's onboarded across the globe. A lot of these digital assets, as institutions need more XRP and XLM and these projects within these ecosystems, and more liquidity is coming into the system. These assets are going to rise in value. They're going to be in high demand. Soon it's going to come to a point where people are going to say they can afford a whole XRP. You know what I'm saying? That people won't be able to afford maybe a whole XRP coin, right? Same way there was a time where people could afford a whole Bitcoin. Now people can afford a whole Bitcoin. And when you understand the trillions upon trillions of dollars that's getting ready to move through the financial system, with regulation, look in March, ISO integration is taking place with central banks and FedNow and Federal Reserve. Like the central banks, everything is 2025. It begins. Okay. Regulations, the ISO standard implementation, Basel III banking requirements, liquidity requirements, asset requirements, tier 1 asset requirements. Everything is taken off to the new financial system. Okay. That's where we're going. It's not about the price. It's about who owns the assets.
Ooh,
price is irrelevant. It's about who owns the asset. Who has the silver? Who has the XRP? That's why they don't want us in these assets. They've been smashing the price of silver down so you don't find it attractive, so you don't get the physical. They sued Ripple, and they've talked down on the blockchain, this crypto space, because they don't want you to have these digital assets. Okay? They don't want you to own. They want you to own nothing and be happy. That's the World Economic Forum Klaus Schwab agenda. Own nothing and be happy. So now you have the ability to own the assets of the future. That's how powerful this is. You just need to project a little bit of time forward ahead and don't look for instant gratification. A lot of people signed up for the 40-40 plan, work 40 years of their life for 40 hours a week to retire on 40% of what wasn't enough in the first place. But as soon as they get into crypto, they ready to sell because they made a little money. But when you look at your retirement plan, your 401k, you didn't plan on selling until you cashing out till you were 60 years old or whatever it was. So these
Money clap
assets,
that, bro. Money clap that.
yeah, these assets, you have to understand the future and where these assets are going. The same way you looked at your retirement account.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Fire, bro. I wish I had my Don DeMarco on tonight for you, but guys, like this, share it out, drop some comments. We got one last gem for those of you who stuck around to the end. Okay. SHX Stronghold. Ricardo told me to buy this 6 months ago-ish. So glad I did. Okay. He tells me to buy something, I just buy it. All right. So we got this short video here to explain to you what Stronghold is. This is on XLM Stellar, correct?
Yeah, it's on Stellar, and it's just SHX and its partnerships, and it gives you an idea of the value of what they do, and what they're involved in, and what's going to be the potential of value that's moving through this blockchain because of who they're working with and what they facilitate. So
Yeah.
when we talk about trillions of dollars being moved, for payments and from banks and institutions and governments, it's going to operate on a blockchain. And there's a project on a blockchain that's going to help facilitate that operation. And a lot of these projects are massively undervalued for the type of activity and volume that's going to be coming into these ecosystems over the weeks, months, and years, right? So, well, months and years, weeks, months, and years. Weeks speculation because of the value, months as integration and onboarding, and years as full implementation takes place. But yeah, go ahead.
Well, you had me at 80 trillion. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. SHX.
In 1974, the National Automated Clearinghouse Association, also known as NACHA, was founded to govern the ACH network and advance payment innovation and interoperability to benefit all Americans. Because of NACHA's leadership, the ACH network is able to drive faster, smarter, and more secure direct deposits and payments for all U.S. banks and credit unions. NACHA's contribution to improving digital finance can't be overstated. Last year, more than 31 billion ACH transactions were made with an estimated total value of more than $80 trillion. NACHA's problem solving and consensus building across a broad network of stakeholders help make this possible. For 50 years, NACHA has developed the rules and standards for the ACH network, providing the solutions, education, accreditation, and consulting services the payments industry needs to succeed. This rich legacy and NACHA's high standard of quality and excellence is why we're honored to be a part of NACHA's Preferred Partner Program and to contribute our expertise to our program. And
Okay, hold on, guys. This is my first time seeing this, M.I.M.S. So you're getting me excited here. Stronghold is a preferred partner of NACHA. Guys, ACH payments. M.I.M.S, do you want to add anything here? Because my mind's kind of blown.
Yeah, folks, it's just like we've been saying. There's trillions upon trillions of dollars getting ready to move to the blockchain. Everything is moving to the blockchain. This is the new financial system. And there are projects, this is why it's important to get that education, but there are projects that are happening on these blockchains inside of these ecosystems. I look at them like universes. Every blockchain is its own universe. And in this universes, there are different planets. On these blockchains, there are different projects. A lot of people know about the universes, but they don't know about the projects or the planets inside of the universe, inside of these blockchains, these opportunities. And SHX is just one of those gems we decided to give you guys today that is on the Stellar blockchain. That is, partnered, a preferred partner, not just a partner, preferred, okay, with NACHA. And obviously NACHA, ACH payments, bank to bank. A lot of people, use not ACH and everything else and don't even know how that actual transaction takes place and everything. So,
bro, when I see that, I'm in.
Yeah,
I had to buy some more SHX right now.
Yeah, it's a no-brainer. This the value of getting that education and following the right people, because most people don't know about SHX. They know about the main net tokens. The main net tokens are the top 100, or whatever, but there are projects inside of these blockchains, inside of these ecosystems. There are layers to this. And this is what we teach. This is what we show people how to get. And Stronghold is one of those assets that you definitely want to have, in my opinion, because it's because of, who they're partnered with and what they're going to do.
I love that, man. I think we need to make that a new motto. There's layers to this.
Yeah.
The blockchain layer.
Program, and to contribute our expertise in pay-by-bank embedded payments to improve customer experience and advance the ACH network. As a Nasha preferred partner, we're also excited to be adding our experience with ISO 20022 to support businesses with the upcoming FedWire transition and ensure that they maximize the benefits of the new standard. Click the link to learn more about Stronghold.
Wow, guys. What a show tonight. I hope you guys found value in this. We're talking about Stronghold. We're talking about, waiting to buy the dip. We're talking about the top 10 commandments in crypto, 10 tips how to win. So much value in here tonight, guys, compared to what you usually see on crypto programs. Yeah, we talk about trading, we talk about, stuff to buy, but to me, Ricardo, this is the stuff people need to meet them where they're at, to make sure they win in this market, in life, when it comes to assets, wealth, mindset, all of that stuff. So absolute fire show, bro. You brought the heat. Last words tonight, my man, and then we'll wrap it up.
Yeah, folks, this is the greatest opportunity ever in human history that we're living in right now. And most people just don't understand what's going on. You're distracted. They got you distracted on Jay-Z, P. Diddy. They got you distracted with college football. They got you distracted with a whole lot of stuff. And you're missing the opportunity to change your life and the lives for generations to come and enhance your community and be a better citizen and servant to humanity. That's the opportunity that we have. There's a lot of negativity and drama, but we're living in one of the most significant time periods ever in history right now. And they want you distracted. They want you divided. They want us divided. They want us, on a lower frequency vibration. They don't want us to tap into higher levels of consciousness and about health and wealth and finance and mindset. And nah, that's what they don't want. But that's what we are focused on. That's what we're going to do. We're going to be the example, and we're going to help and continue to help and grow bigger and bigger, stronger and stronger. Each one teach one. This is the time. This is the time to get wealthy. That's why I always say, if you didn't come from a wealthy family, this is the opportunity to make sure that a wealthy family comes from you.
I love it, brother. I love it. We love you guys. Stay safe. Get educated. Get assets. Down below, guys, on Facebook or YouTube, if you're watching, get into one of our schools. Get educated. Take action. This is the greatest wealth transfer. We'll see you guys next week on Tuesday. Lace up.